some of the network, and they'll come and talk to you. Those are all green bonded items, as well as the resurfacing of the tennis courts and the family locker room in the high school at the tennis court. So we really need to look at the tennis court situation and do something about that. So that should be a topic of discussion this year. That's been on the dockets for some time. And that's what we have. So,
Okay, could you have sent to us before the next meeting this page with the right colors?
Oh, yeah.
Anna, would you send the last page, or the
No,
second to
next
last
the
page,
next
page
to the last
4?
page.
Yep.
And,
Goes my 15 cents.
yes,
Yeah.
well, we can contribute if we need to.
Well, they all need it, so.
Is this was the
that's
first
not
time we've
problem.
seen this, you know, tonight? And we have to have continued
Well, I
discussion
used
next week.
today's date.
Well, we're meeting on the 10th,
10.
We're not meeting
not-
next week.
not next week.
Next meeting.
Yep. Okay. That is the last item on the agenda. Do we want to talk about anything with regard to budget, or do you want to? We'll have the revenue picture for you on the 10th, and then we'll have Anna come with a laptop and, you know, look down at any adjustments you want to make, and we'll see where we are. Is that how you want to?
No, I
Do
think
it?
that makes sense.
I think that's
given
excellent.
the-
Yeah, because I don't think we're,
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do that, and then the Board of Ed is coming to present at the March 12th Board of Finance meeting. So we have the opportunity to make that a 3-board meeting, although oftentimes the entire quorum or a quorum of the Board of Ed isn't present. Jim usually just comes down and make the presentation, but if you want to go and listen, and then we can make some comments. I think it'll be a few weeks before the Board of Finance gets to really talk about that, so that'll be on the 12th, so we meet the 10th and the 12th.
I think that should give us the opportunity to
Yeah.
weigh in.
Yep.
don't-
Mhm.
If everybody else thinks so.
Okay. Is there any
And
other
when-
items?
When are we supposed to get that budget? Did you say that? in
Well,
the-
because the Board of Ed asked for an extension, they were gonna ask for an extension to the 10th of March because of all the snow and Mr. Lombardo, Dr. Lombardo's personal situation has taken some time away. So instead of having them come and present to us and then go and present to the Board of Finance, it was suggested they just do that at the Board of Finance meeting of the 12th. When we will give them our budget, they won't act on it, but they'll listen to the Board of Education. And then, if we're there, we'll listen to the same presentation, and I think we'll be able to, at our next meeting on the 19th, discuss that and make some comments, and then forward that to the Board of Finance, our comments on the Board of Education budget, so that they can act on it.
So my question is, when are we getting their budget so that we can look at it? And we will be getting it prior to we go to the Board of Finance.
I don't think they've adopted, the board hasn't
The
adopted
board,
the
the
budget.
Board of Education is using all the way up to March 10th.
All right.
They will adopt their budget on March 10th and then present it to the Board of Finance and the Board of Selectmen on March 12th.
So we won't get it.
Now, we can
Okay.
try to get it on the 11th so that you can look at it a little bit beforehand, but I
No,
think,
it's Too short.
I think,
a time, really.
I think we'll be there then, so. I was at their meeting the other night, Monday night, and they had some discussion on some items. There was, I have it on my, maybe this is it, yeah. They came in with a 4.8% budget, which was $2,047,000 increase. Because of the Affordable Care Act postponement of the implementation for the paraprofessionals, they were able to take the $372,000 out that was anticipated for January 1/15, but that will have to be paid on January 1/16. And then some other items that they removed totaled $381,000. So the revised budget increase was $1,666,000, or 3.97%. Then they provided a list of Tier 2 reductions under discussion, and those items totaled $414, but they were talking about reinstating $171,000, mostly having to do with maintenance and a dean of students position that would be used for the evaluations as mandated by the state. So if that were the case, that would drop the increase down to $1,423,000. And then there's some numbers that they can take off that, and that's what they're wrestling with now, bringing that number down from about a 3.25% increase down into the twos, I think, and that's what they're gonna be doing on March 10th. So that was what they talked about, but nothing was really generated. The evaluations, the new initiative increase is 452,000. 330 of that has to do with the teacher evaluation mandate from the state. So,
I think as they will be discussing the budget that night, I'd like to ask if somebody would swap the ex officio with me. March should be my ex officio month, and usually they're through with the budget by then. So I would just as soon not be the ex officio that night, if somebody on the
Well,
board. but-
we have a meeting on the 10th,
We
too.
have a meeting that night.
So
You're not gonna
nobody
be
will
able to be
go-
there.
So nobody will be
yeah,
going.
they'll be doing the budget, so they're just talking about it. We'll see it in a couple of days, so.
All right.
I was also tomorrow.
Just because if you missed that March 10th meeting, you're welcome to take one of my meetings in August then, if you,
I just might do that.
all right.
I will
Any other comments or questions?
move to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn
Second?
made and,
Seconded by
Good night.
Roseanne.
Roseanne seconded.
okay,
Aye.
thank you.
Aye.
All those in favor, thank you. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you to all the great department heads we have, and Anna for keeping us straight on all this stuff. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.